Hey there YouTube, this is Vargas XX78 with yet another collection pickup video. I've been trying really hard to not buy as much stuff, but this week has been an incredible week, just like last week and the week before. And I picked up a lot of stuff I really wanted at a really good price, and I have enough to make a video, so I decided to share it with you guys. So first thing, this guy I bought the video games last week came back to the swap meet I frequent, and he had this lot of NES games that I don't own, and he said if you take them all, I'll give you a good price and I'll throw in something else. So I picked up Tetris, which is a must-have on most NES collections. I actually been trying to hold out for the Tengen version, which I read is the better one, but like I said, it came with the lot, and I really like Tetris. So, yeah. Had Rampart, which is kind of like a shooter, but it's not that good. This one I'm really happy about. It's a game made by Kemco Sega, and they usually have really cool games on the NES. And I always thought Metal Gear was the only stealth game out there, but this one combines strategy and stealth. Best example, on the first level, you control a soldier that has to avoid searchlights. He does that by either crouching or hiding in dark places. And of course, if a searchlight sees him, they shoot him up. But the animation is really cool. The play control is incredible on this game, and it has cutscene presentations, which make it like, I was blown away when I popped this game in. So really happy about that one. I got Spy Hunter by Sunsoft. It's a port of the arcade game. Not much to say about that. It's kind of cool. And he had this one, which I was really looking forward to playing because it's made by Big Tokai. And this company came out with came out with a bunch of really cool NES games. And this one is kind of like Spy Hunter. You control this buggy that has to avoid obstacles and bad guys. But since you don't actually shoot, the way you avoid them is by jumping. You press the A button and you jump through the air, and you avoid obstacles and bad guys and everything. So yeah, I'm really happy about this. Like I said, because I bought the whole lot of NES games he had, he threw in something totally for free. It didn't cost me anything. Mainly because he didn't know what it was. He wasn't sure what it was. He didn't know how it worked. So he decided to get rid of it, and it's the Super Nintendo Game Genie. Like I said before, I'm against the idea of cheating on video games with code breakers or strategy guides or even the internet. But I thought, like I said, it was totally for free. It didn't cost me anything, and I have a lot of Super Nintendo games I've already beaten. So I thought it would be kind of cool to see what cheats I can get and play through like that. But I don't know if it doesn't work or if I'm doing something wrong. It didn't come with a manual, of course, because the guy just had it there. I popped this thing into the Super Nintendo and I put in a cart there. I've gotten online some cheat codes, so I insert them there. And the only thing I've been able to figure out is that once you're finished putting the cheat codes, you press start and then you pop this switch and the light does go green. And the cheats should activate, but the cheats don't activate. So I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or if there's an extra step I'm missing. I haven't been able to find anything online how to get this thing to work. Like I said, maybe it's just broken, even though the light does glow green, and it does let me insert cheats, but they just won't activate. So if anyone can help me out, I'd really appreciate it. Mostly because it didn't cost me anything, so it's really cool. But I just don't like having something that doesn't work, if that makes any sense. Then I went with this other guy I usually buy video games from, and he didn't have that much stuff, but he did have one game which I've been trying to track down because, like I said, I'm trying to build up my NES collection based on the games I used to play as a kid. And he had one game which I thought for sure he was going to give me at an insane price, because I do know how popular it is, and it's a game I haven't seen that that frequently. But he gave me a really cool price because I've been buying games from him for years, and I got Super Metroid. A lot of people have put this one as their #1 game on the Super Nintendo. A lot of lists I've seen. I would probably put Super Mario RPG, then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, then Super Metroid. But that's my personal list. But the game itself is incredible. I mean, if you've never played Super Metroid, you really should. It's a fun game. It's awesome. It has a little take damage here, but it's an incredible game. With this game, I'm only missing Metroid Hunters on the DS and the new one that's gonna come out on the Wii, Other M, and I'll have the whole Metroid series. So I'm really happy about that. Then this lady had a bunch of random stuff, like clothes and knickknacks, but she had this game, which I couldn't resist picking up. It's Cruisin' World for the N64. The card itself is really damaged. I think it came from a video store. I mean, I don't know if you can see, but it has all this part faded, and it has this void thing that I'm trying to get out. But the lady gave it really cheap, and it came with its box. So, you know, I'm having a really hard time finding boxed N64 games. A lot of people here in Mexico just throw out the boxes and, you know, leave the cards. And I haven't been able to find any boxed games in the US. So I'm really happy I was able to find Cruisin' World, because it doesn't compare to a newer game like Burnout, let's say. But on the N64, that game was awesome. Then in another place, I got The Punisher for the PlayStation 2. I remember one of my friends lent it to me, and I thought it was really cool. The graphics are very dark and moody, you know, because they should be. It's a Punisher game. And the neat thing about this one is you can interrogate enemies, and you can either let them live or, you know, go all Punisher on them. The game is cool. It comes with its manual and everything. But and I got it at a really good price because I haven't been able to find it in any GameStop. But the bummer is that it has this really bad water damage on this part of the cover. I don't know if you can make it out. But you know, parts are starting to on the cover are starting to fall off, which I'm really bummed out about that. I usually do try to take care of my games. My games are in way better condition, except the used games. But when you buy used, you know, you exchange price for quality. But I'm still really happy I got this game. I haven't been able to find it anywhere, and now I did. Now GameStop had this really cool sale that if you bought God of War 3, they had God of War 3 on sale. It cost me $30 plus tax. And God of War is an incredible game. Because I buy so much stuff, I usually try to hunt down deals on the newer games. And this was a really good deal because you got God of War 3, and they gave out the God of War 3 Ultimate Edition Strategy Guide / art book. So that I thought was a really cool deal, because this art book I think costs $30, and the game costs like $40. So it was a really awesome deal. Really happy about that. Then I picked up my monthly Club Nintendo issue, a complete report on E3. Already I'm seeing a lot of cool games I want to get, like Mario Kart. The 3DS looks incredible. They gave a lot of information on the 3DS, and the cover star, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, which I'm also gonna get. But like I said, Club Nintendo is my favorite magazine. And I picked up some movies. Picked up Batman Begins. I still think The Dark Knight is the better movie, but Batman Begins is still pretty cool, even though they underused the Scarecrow. Picked up the Mummy collector set. I thought the box was really neat. It has all this Egyptian markings. The first one is cool. The second one not so much. And the Scorpion King is a nice popcorn movie. And this one has all three. It opens up really nicely, like an Egyptian book, and it has all three movies here. So I thought and I got it like same thing. This lady was selling them, didn't know what she had. Because here in Mexico, if the movies aren't spoken in Spanish, they're not that popular. So I got this one really cheap because it's only in English. Got Mr. and Mrs. Smith with Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, which is a nice movie. Got Alien vs. Predator, the first one. I actually like this one better than the second one, but I didn't own it, and now I do. Got Hiroshima Nagasaki Download. It's a documentary on a Mexican Japanese director that's visiting all the survivors of Hiroshima. He visits Vancouver, San Francisco, and Tijuana. And he actually gave us this movie because my dad stars in it. Picked South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. I only picked it up because it was cheap. And I picked up a frame for a Hellboy poster I had from Comic-Con. I just had it there rolled up, and I finally found a frame big enough to hold it. I'm really happy about that. So these were my collection pickups for this week. Hopefully I'll try to space it out until like a month, but if not, I'll make another video. This is Vargas XX78, signing off.